Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle a huge question for anyone in the nonprofit world. What really makes a donor give? And, maybe more importantly, what makes them keep giving? Okay, let's just jump right in with a number that probably keeps a lot of nonprofit leaders up at night. 45%. According to the latest data, that's the average donor retention rate. I mean, think about that for a second. For every 10 new donors you bring in, you're losing more than 5 of them inside of a year. So you have to ask yourself, where are the other 55% going? Why are more than half of your donors just vanishing after that first gift? It's like a giant leak in the fundraising bucket, and it shows a breakdown, not in people's generosity, but in the connection. And the answer? Well, it turns out it all comes down to the relationship. It's not just a transaction, it's a partnership. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the key strategies that can turn that one-time donation into a lasting, meaningful connection. You see, the real challenge for so many organizations isn't just about getting that first donation. It's about earning the next one. It's about shifting your entire focus from a single moment of giving to a long-term journey you take with your supporters. All right, so this whole journey starts with making a really powerful first impression. And in our digital world, that means one thing: personalization. It's all about making your donor feel like an individual, someone who is seen and valued, not just another name on a list. And I mean, look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? Dear friend feels like junk mail. It's impersonal. But Dear Jane, thank you for supporting the library fund. Now, that feels like a real thank you. It shows you're actually paying attention. And look, the numbers here, they don't lie. Personalization isn't just some nice little extra. It's a massive driver of engagement. Just putting a name in the subject line, that can boost your open rates by 26%. And for direct mail, it can lead to a 135% increase in response. It just flat out works. And that leads to this quote from Matt Bitsagaya, which just nails it. You're building a donor base, not a database. At the end of the day, you're connecting with human beings, people who have their own stories, their own passions, and a real desire to make a difference. You gotta treat them like that. Okay, so once you've got their attention with that personal touch, now it's time to capture their heart. And that's where we get to phase 2, storytelling. This is how you build that emotional core of the relationship. You know, stats are great for showing just how big a problem is, but a story is what makes it feel real. That's what connects the logic in our brain to the feelings in our gut. And that's where the real motivation to give actually comes from. Now this is a huge mindset shift, and Rob Burke sums it up perfectly. Your organization isn't the hero of the story. You're the guide, the helper. The donor is the hero. When you tell the story that way, you're not just asking for money, you're inviting them to be the one who changes things. And it's amazing how much of a difference your words can make. Switching from cold corporate jargon like addressing food insecurity to something simple and human like no kid should go to bed hungry makes the whole thing so much more real. And guess what? It totally works. So, you've made that personal connection, you've pulled on the heartstrings. Now what? Well, now we hit phase 3, inspiring action. This is all about making the act of giving as easy, timely, and powerful as possible. It really is the art of the ask. First things first, timing is everything. Look at this. Almost a third of all giving for the entire year happens in just 1 month, December. Tapping into that end-of-year generosity is crucial, but it's not the only time that matters. But honestly, the most critical timing might just be what you do the moment after someone gives. A fast, personal follow-up within 48 hours is an absolute game changer. Nonprofits that nail this can more than double their first-year donor retention. It just shows you're grateful and you're on top of it. Okay, so the stage is set. You've told a great story. Now you have to ask. And your ask has got to be crystal clear. A vague, please support us, isn't going to cut it. A specific call to action tells the donor exactly what to do and what their money will accomplish. This is one of the most powerful things you can possibly do. Connect a dollar amount to a real, tangible outcome. It takes all the guesswork out of it. It's so much more powerful to think, wow, my $50 just bought school supplies for a kid. But listen, the job isn't done just because the donation came through. Not even close. This is just the beginning. The final phase, phase 4, is all about closing the loop. This is how you build trust, show your impact, and turn that one-time donor into a partner for life. This right here is kind of mind-blowing, and honestly, it's so avoidable. The data shows that over a fifth of donors who leave do it for one simple reason: they never found out what their money actually did. They were just left hanging. So how do you fix that? Well, this is where something called the relationship loop comes in. It's a cycle. First, you thank them immediately. Then you report back on the impact. And this doesn't need to be some glossy annual report. It can be a quick video or a simple infographic. Next, you connect with them as people, maybe invite them to an open house. And only then, after all that, do you ask again. It builds an incredible foundation of trust. So when you boil it all down, what are we really talking about? It's a huge shift in perspective. Great fundraising isn't about your organization's needs. It's about your donors' desire to be a part of something bigger. They are ready to be the heroes. So the real question is, are you telling them the right story? Are you inviting them to be the hero?